Greetings anime fans, welcome back to Anime Town, back with another awesome video on the best anime channel on YouTube. Today I show you my picks for the top 10 best psychological anime. First, I want to tell you what characterizes as a psychological anime. Psychological anime needs you to think and to consider every option. Nothing is as it appears, and each progression that the MC takes makes the story increasingly complex and troublesome. Let us rehash that these anime will never spoon-feed you anything. You should either conclude it for yourself or sit tight for the characters to articulate and justify everything for themselves, therefore enlightening you as well. Got it? Before we begin, please like this video and hit that red subscribe button along with the notification bell to get more awesome anime recommendations like this. And before wasting any more time, let's get into the video.
私殺されちゃうの
Juri Yukawa has aspirations. She desires a nice job and her own place to live, wanting to move out of her family residence, but sadly she fails every interview. We can see why she is unhappy with life. Her father is unemployed, her brother is freaking degenerate, so totally useless, and her older sister Sanae is a single parent with a little boy named Makoto. Wait a minute, why does it sound like it's a pretty good setup for the 90s sitcom? But it's a uncomedy anime. So no sunshines and rainbows here, as Yuri's neat brother and Makoto are now kidnapped by a strange religious cult. So she pleads her grandpa to cast some sorcery that transports them to Stasis, a realm where time is frozen. But they soon realize they are not alone in this frozen world. Some other people and monsters are creeping around in that realm.
だから良いのではないですかギャンブルの本質は狂気でしょ
The story takes place at a lavish Haikyuu private academy, the ideal place to nurture the future influences and business leaders. Students who can win big with are rewarded, but those who are in debt are forced to be the house pets of other students. And if they are unable to clear their debts by the end of graduation, their future holds only struggles. With an attractive and resolute student body devoted to a high-stakes, high-reward life, it's simple to recognize what makes Kakegurui worth a watch. It is humorous, thrilling, and very stimulating due to mystery and deception that interlinks the schooling characters. While some may think the bizarre foundation of Kakegurui is too over the top, but those who adore enjoyable and flirty gambling feats will certainly like it.
デートするつもりなんですかもちろんです
The story follows two members of the student council at the esteemed Tsuchin private school, President Miyuki Shirogane and Vice President Kaguya Shinomiya have severe crushes on one another, but they both are too proud to confess their feelings for each other. The show has an incredibly distinctive way with its words, and it's so in your face that you will never look away when watching it. It is told from the perspective of Shinomiya and Shirogane as they compete in the mind games of love. A lot of the show takes place in their respective minds, imagining the things going on a certain way and them not happening the way they thought. This is the only light-hearted comedy on this list. It's not only an excellent show to watch, it is a must-watch.
あんな下手くそな魔法をかけるやつの顔が見たいよ
姉ちゃんこんな顔だぜ
Dorohedoro takes place between two realms, a city so depressed that it's known as the Hole, and a realm of sorcerers that without restraint use the citizens as lab rats for horrifying experiments of dark magic. Despite the seemingly grim setup, Dorohedoro defies archetypal vengeance tale shrouded in darkness through pure charm, taking advantage of the interactions between its peculiar, larger-than-life characters. It's wild, it's chaotic, but that's half the fun. Completely accepting the uncontrolled madness of its source material, the show hooks the audience on a wild foundation and a ghastly setting that makes you stay, with a cast of delightful characters as well as frequent detours. With dream and shock in equal quantities, the shine located within the show's gloomy premise is the best part.
私たちもう死んでるんでしょ。
After death, humans go to either heaven or hell, right? Well, no, according to Death Parade. After the miss, individuals are either sent to the void or reincarnated. And to decide their fate, at the instant of their death, they appear at the Quin Decime, a bar where there is a mysterious white-haired Decime as the bartender. The show is a good choice to watch if you're looking for something that's a little different to refresh you from the many isekais that have come out in the last few seasons. However, it is an anime that you can't blindly watch. This show will take over your psyche, and any great psychological thriller does, and it will make you question everything that you know about passing away in humankind.
命をかけてとお伝えしたはずです。
Before we get to the top 5, I need to mention some classics that will not be mentioned on this list. Keep in mind that each of them is a must-watch, and the only reason they are not making this list is that almost all fans of the psychological genre have already seen them, and I wanted to bring something fresh to the table with my list. The animes are Death Note, Steins Gate Zero,
声が聞こえる。
Psychopaths. Each one of these is widely accepted, and I have never seen a bad review of them. Let's continue with the countdown.
俺の名前は坂井戸名探偵だ。このカエルちゃんの死の謎を解かなくてはならない。
The story follows a faction of detectives who concentrate on arresting serial killers. However, their prime target is John Walker, the source of all these murderers. To catch him, the detectives penetrate killers' minds through the ID well. Sakaido, our MC, has the goal to comprehend how their minds work and why the criminals started to kill people, and also to find hints on finding the serial killers' locations. Episodes mostly show two perspectives. One is happening inside the serial killer's brain, and the other is of the real-life events. Due to this dynamic, something is always happening. Action, mystery, bloodshed, and good old horror. I would say it's the perfect mix.
またあったな、シスター。
A dystopian future, the world is devastated by frequent wars and conflicts. This era is inhabited with a fraction of the populace known as the Extended. Their body parts are artificially altered. The show is a pleasant watch. Its cyberpunk aesthetics are cool and will make you pay more attention than you think. It also brings forward significant ethical and philosophical morals about numerous issues like human testing, torment, and these lessons deepen the artistic and amusing appeal. But there is another reason to watch it. In the words of Ginguk, the protagonist has a gun for his head.
頭が
大丈夫だって。こいつはシャリアの重蔵だよ。
しかも無慈悲で残忍な最強の悪魔をこの世に作り出してしまったのではないか。
The premise is about a man who becomes possessed by a devil. While holding on to his sanity, he battles the increasing menace that is dangerous for all humans. Since this is a Masaaki Yuasa's work, how could I not praise his direction? The style might seem weird, and the running animation rivals Naruto Run, yet this is all part of the aesthetics. Yuasa is clear with what he's conveying because he's a visual director. He gives information with trippy visuals rather than info dumps. A prevalent concept in the show is to always fight good, which ties with the themes of Christianity doing what is right despite the situation. Set in the world of humanoid animals, the major theme of the world of Beastars is the power gap between herbivores and carnivores.
ただこのしょうもない人生でも逃げる意味とか怖くて泣きたいとか。
The show starts with a gruesome assassination of Tem, an alpaca. Whether there was an obvious division between students before this event is not mentioned, but it definitely pushes all species into mistrust. Legoshi, our MC, is a member of the drama club which has become known for its progressive members, from hulking tigers to little squirrels. Beastars manages to stretch its core theme of the food chain. The act of consumption represents so many unique topics, whether literally or subtly, but never obviously. Through this symbolism, the show brings light to issues of race, drug addiction, sexual orientation, gender roles, societal pressures, and endless list of other themes relating to a coming-of-age tale. Set in the year 2045, Emma is a child orphan in the Gracefield house along with 37 other orphans. The orphanage is closed off, but with the ambition to escape, Emma, Norman and Ray join forces to find a way out. There are numerous mysteries that are pretty hazy from the watcher and the characters towards the beginning. The start is intended to lure the MCs and the remainder of the minor characters into a false feeling of security before something happens that leaves them in horror. The riddles encompassing the universe of the Promised Neverland and the exciting bends in the road that the characters find all alone are exciting to watch. This is apparently one of, if not the biggest appeal of the show.
死なせない。そのために僕を利用する。
That's all. As always, I tried to make this list such that every level of anime watcher picks something he would love. Hence, the list is diverse, has different genres and popular or unpopular animes. The only common this being that they are psychological and they are definitely worth the watch. So please, remember to like and subscribe. Your support motivates me to make more awesome videos like this. What? You didn't agree with my picks? Be sure to comment your top 10s in the comments. I would love to know your opinion on this. So, I will see you again in the next video. Till then, check these other great top 10s on our channel. Sayonara!